Today I am reviewing the Sansui 32-inch curved gaming monitor. If at any time you'd like to explore this product for yourself and grab it at a great price, be sure to check the links below the video. Here's a long-form, natural-sounding review script designed for TDS narration. It has a conversational YouTube review style and should comfortably run over 4 minutes when converted to speech. Today I'm reviewing the Sansui 32-inch curved 240Hz gaming monitor high refresh rate. And honestly, this monitor brings together a lot of features that gamers usually have to pay much more for. From the massive 32-inch curved display to the ultra-smooth 240Hz refresh rate, this is clearly designed for people who want a fast and immersive gaming experience without completely destroying their budget. Right out of the box, the first thing that stands out is the size. A 32-inch screen already feels huge for gaming, but the 1500R curve makes it even more immersive. Whether you're playing competitive shooters, racing games, RPGs, or just watching content, the curve helps pull you into the experience. It wraps around your field of view just enough to make gameplay feel more engaging without being overly aggressive or distracting. Now let's talk about the real highlight here, and that is the 240Hz refresh rate. If you've never used a high refresh rate monitor before, the jump from 60Hz or even 144Hz to 240Hz is incredibly noticeable, especially in fast-paced games. Everything feels smoother, more responsive, and more fluid. Mouse movements are sharper, aiming feels more precise, and overall gameplay just looks cleaner. Competitive gamers are definitely going to appreciate the responsiveness this monitor offers. Pair that with the 1 millisecond MPRT response time, and motion blur is kept to a minimum. Fast action scenes stay sharp, and that's a huge advantage in games where reaction time matters. Whether you're flicking targets in a shooter or tracking enemies during chaotic fights, this monitor keeps up extremely well. The full HD 1080p resolution might seem a little surprising on a 32-inch display, especially since many people are moving toward 1440p these days. But there's actually a big advantage here for competitive gamers. Running games at 1080p makes it much easier to consistently hit those high frame rates needed to fully take advantage of the 240Hz refresh rate. So if your focus is smooth performance over ultra-high resolution, this setup makes a lot of sense. Color performance is also better than I expected at this price point. The monitor supports a 125% sRGB color gamut and displays up to 16.7 million colors. Colors look vibrant, punchy, and lively, which makes games look more exciting and media content more enjoyable. HDR support also helps improve brightness and contrast in supported games and videos. Don't expect flagship-level HDR performance, but it definitely adds a little extra depth and visual impact compared to a standard display. Another thing I really like is the 3500:1 contrast ratio. Blacks appear deeper, darker scenes have more detail, and overall image quality feels richer. This becomes especially noticeable during nighttime scenes in games or while watching movies in a dark room. For eye comfort, Sansui included anti-flicker technology and low blue light features, which are always nice to have during long gaming sessions. If you spend hours in front of your screen, these features can help reduce eye strain and fatigue over time. Connectivity is also solid here. You get both HDMI and DisplayPort 1.4 connections, and importantly, both can support up to 240Hz. That's a huge plus because some monitors limit refresh rates depending on the connection type. Sansui even includes a DisplayPort cable in the box, which is something that surprisingly many brands still don't do. There's also a headphone jack included, although there are no built-in speakers. Personally, I'd rather have better panel quality and performance instead of weak built-in speakers, so that's not really a downside for me. The stand itself feels sturdy thanks to the metal design, and the monitor has a clean modern look overall. It doesn't scream over-the-top gamer aesthetic, which I actually appreciate. The tilt adjustment gives you some flexibility for comfort, and if you prefer a monitor arm or wall mount setup, it's fully VESA compatible with a 100 by 100 mounting pattern. Viewing angles are also very good thanks to the 178-degree wide viewing angle support. Colors and brightness remain fairly consistent even when viewing from the sides, making it great not only for gaming, but also for streaming content or casual multitasking. Now, no product is perfect, and there are a couple things worth mentioning. Since this is a 1080p monitor stretched across 32 inches, pixel density isn't as sharp as a smaller 1080p monitor or a 1440p display. If you sit extremely close to the screen, you may notice that text and fine details aren't razor sharp. But for gaming at a normal viewing distance, especially with fast-paced gameplay, it still looks very good. Overall, I think the Sansui 32-inch curved 240Hz gaming monitor delivers excellent value for gamers who care most about speed, immersion, and smooth gameplay. You're getting a massive curved display, an ultra-fast 240Hz refresh rate, 1 millisecond response time, FreeSync support, solid color performance, HDR capability, and a surprisingly premium design package, all at a very competitive price point. If you're a competitive gamer looking for smoother gameplay, or someone who simply wants a large immersive monitor without spending a fortune, this is definitely a monitor worth considering. And if you want to check out the Sansui 32-inch curved 240Hz gaming monitor for yourself and see the latest pricing and availability, be sure to check the links below the video.